Guys, welcome to the channel. Today we will fly with United Polaris Business Class from Amsterdam to Houston with this Boeing 777-200. I will let you know what it's like flying with United Polaris. I'll also give you an overview of the different Polaris seats United is using in their planes, because not every Polaris seat is the same and you should be aware of this when you're booking with United. In Houston we will take another flight to Austin, but we will start in the Aspire Lounge in Schiphol. Welcome to the Frequent Business Traveler channel. Good morning from Schiphol, and Schiphol is in Christmas spirits. Excellent. Let's go to the lounge. Here we are at the Aspire Lounge in Schiphol. If you are a subscriber to the channel, you probably know that I already reviewed this lounge when I traveled business class with Turkish Airlines from Amsterdam to Muscat via Istanbul. So I won't take long reviewing this lounge. Bottom line, nice views but too small and thus too busy, and not a very impressive food-drink selection. In fact, out of the KLM lounge, the One World lounge and this lounge in Schiphol, this lounge is clearly the least impressive one. So let's head to the plane and let me tell you about the seat configuration in United's 777-200. There are 13 rows of business class in a 1-to-1 configuration, where the two middle seats are either very close to each other or there is more distance but then you're closer to the aisle. Both not excellent options if you're traveling by yourself, so the window seat is clearly the preferred option. Some more information on United's Polaris and the seats. United introduced Polaris back in 2017. For sure, a huge improvement compared to what United had in the past, but important to know when you fly with United Polaris is that not every Polaris seat is the same. So let's compare the various cabins, starting with the 787 Dreamliner. The business class seats on the 787 have a sleeping space of 6 feet 6 and a seat width of 20.5 inch, which isn't very wide. So let's compare that with the 767. 767 business class seats have a sleeping space of 6 feet 3 and more or less the same seat width as the 787. So not a very wide seat, and 3 inches shorter than the 787. So far the worst one. What about the 777 then? Business class seats on a 777 are clearly the best. Sleeping space of 6 feet 6 and a seat width of 22 inch. Bottom line, not all Polaris seats are the same, and it's definitely worth checking the plane type to set the right expectations. If you fly with United's 777, you're getting the best seat. In the past, I only flew Polaris on United 787 and 767, so this specific Polaris seat is also new for me. Let's check it out. And guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. There is a button on the right side of the screen. Hit it. I appreciate it. Here we are. I originally booked a premium economy seat for this flight and then tried to upgrade with points to business class. I was on a waiting list, and when the upgrade came through, a few days before departure all window seats were unfortunately taken. I ended up with seat 1D, which is the one very close to my neighbor, who on this flight is coughing continuously. With the Polaris business class seat you get a nice fluffy pillow, a mattress pad and a nice thick comfortable blanket. These amendments are really top notch and I wouldn't mind getting these on all my business class flights. An amenity kit is also provided, which we'll check out later, a bottle of water and a headphone, which I will ignore because I always use my own ones. Luckily there is a partition between the two seats, but again these seats are really close to each other. After recently flying with Lufthansa and Swiss Airlines in business class, It's nice to finally see a nice crispy entertainment screen again, with a decent size. What's also immediately noticeable is that this seat is a lot better than I remembered from the Polaris seat. The extra space in a 777 is definitely noticeable. There is a choice of champagne and water before takeoff. Actually, it's not really champagne, it's Prosecco. Small detail, I'll just take the water. Let's check out the menu. United does provide the option to pre-select the meal before your flight. In fact, I knew my upgrade was confirmed when I received the email that I could pre-select my meal. I did so and went for the halibut option. Let's check out the amenity kit. The amenity kit is from Terra Body. The bag itself is actually not too bad and I can see myself reusing it. The only thing is that I don't really see United's brand or even the recognizable white and blue colors on the bag. It's basically just a sponsored item that doesn't even have a United logo anywhere. I always think it's a pity if an airline is using a very generic branded amenity kit, since the amenity kit is, at least I think, kind of a calling card of the company. Having said all that, the contents are very good and nothing is missing. Since I'm not at a window seat, I cannot show you the takeoff and landing. Instead, I will briefly shoot the takeoff and landing of my next flight from Houston to Austin. Probably a lot more interesting, since takeoff from Schiphol you can see already in a lot of my other videos. Shortly after takeoff, nuts are provided with a drink. I like cranberry juice and I like Sprite, so you would think the combination is unbeatable. I'm not sure though about this Sprite Cranberry Season Edition. A normal Sprite will do for me next time. Quickly after that, the appetizer is served tomato mozzarella and basil, which is a solid appetizer. It doesn't come though with the ask if I wanted another drink, which I really do because I'm getting a bit tired of this cranberry Sprite and I really die for Chardonnay. So I need to wait for an opportunity to get the flight attendant's attention and get my desired Chardonnay, which came just in time for the halibut, and that's not too bad. What United does do very good in business class is the presentation of the dessert. There are two options to choose, cheesecake or ice cream, and with the ice cream you can select the toppings.
Chocolate sauce, caramel, yes. Almonds, whipped cream, strawberry sauce, and cherry.
What a choice, I just go for almonds and whipped cream. And one thing you cannot really criticize, and that's the quantity, which is more than enough. If the ice cream didn't fill you up enough, there is also a little snack selection on a trolley you can choose from in between meals. Now, despite this being a day flight, I did actually sleep for a couple of hours thanks to the very comfortable Polaris seat on the 777, held by the mattress pad, the nice blanket and a fluffy pillow. This row 1 is also pretty quiet because there isn't much happening in the little galley in front of row 1. All in all, definitely one of the most comfortable seats in business class. Before landing you can choose between a burger and a pasta dish. I had the burger before with United and I wasn't really impressed by that one, so I selected a pasta dish. And this pasta dish is okay. For sure it has the calories I needed to get through the rest of the day. With that, it's time for landing and get to my next flight to Austin. So let me get through customs and on my next flight I will give you the conclusion. In the meantime, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Thanks! Passed customs in Houston and that took a lot longer than expected. We just landed behind another international United flight and a KLM flight and customs was packed. So I now need to hurry to get to my next flight without any time to visit a lounge. Let's hope a quick Starbucks is still in the cards. Made it! Time for takeoff and share my conclusion of my business class flight to Houston. So, conclusion. I can summarize my United Polaris Business Class experience in one word: professional. The crew was very professional. Don't expect any nice chit-chat conversation or funny stories. You won't get that. This is a crew doing their job and nothing more or less. Food is nothing to complain about. It won't stand out as a memorable experience, but it also won't disappoint, and that's exactly what you expect. The Polaris seat on the 777 with the provided extras, blanket, mattress pad, pillow, is brilliant though, and a lot better than my previous experience with Polaris on the 787 and 767. And in the end, that's one of the most important elements of business class, isn't it? To be able to comfortably lie down, stretch out and sleep a bit. And that's what you will get with United Polaris on the 777. Time for landing in Austin, and let you know that next time I will be reviewing United's premium economy cabin on the 767 from Chicago to Amsterdam. And I will also release a top 10 2024 business class in a few weeks. So if you don't want to miss that one, subscribe to the channel and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Cheers!